Right now, you're probably thinking your business needs better marketing, more sales, or maybe the perfect hire to solve all your problems. But here's the brutal truth most business owners refuse to face. Your business doesn't need any of those things first. What it desperately needs is something completely invisible, something most entrepreneurs ignore until it's too late. You see, we've discovered that 90% of owners are building their businesses backwards. They're focused on growth, revenue, and expansion, while completely missing the one system that determines whether their business will thrive or collapse under its own weight. Think about McDonald's for a second. They don't hire master chefs, they hire 16-year-olds. Yet somehow that Big Mac tastes exactly the same, whether you're in New York or Nebraska. How is that possible? It's because McDonald's understood something that most business owners completely miss. They built systems that work, regardless of who's executing them. But here's where it gets interesting. Most business owners think they understand systems. They think systems mean creating 50-page manuals, documenting every tiny step, or automating everything with fancy software. Then they wonder why these manuals become expensive coffee coasters, and why their team ignores every process they've carefully documented. We need to talk about what a real system actually is, because if you're still having to explain, clarify, or answer questions about how to follow your system, then you don't have a system. You have a bottleneck disguised as a glorified to-do list. A real system isn't a checklist or expensive software. It's a combination of people, processes, technology, and behaviors, all working together seamlessly. And here's the key. Most business owners miss. If you don't design your system with people in mind, you'll end up with something that looks perfect on paper, but falls apart in reality. The problem is that most small business systems are too complex, too rigid, and about as useful as an IKEA furniture manual without the pictures. We love complexity for some reason, but complexity is the enemy of execution. McDonald's prioritizes clarity over complexity, and that's exactly what we need to do as business owners. Here's the thing that will change everything for you. People don't follow systems, they follow incentives. If your system makes someone's job harder, they'll ignore it every single time. But if it helps them get results faster and easier, they'll follow it religiously. So how do you build systems that people actually follow? You need 3 key principles. First, clarity over complexity. If someone needs a manual to figure out what to do, they're not going to do it. Your system should be so simple that a brand new person can follow it with minimal training. Second, build for the end user, not for yourself. Most business owners create systems for themselves, not for the people who will actually use them. When you're designing systems, involve the people who will be doing the work. Ask them one simple question. Does this make your job easier? If not, fix it before you roll it out. Third, make it feedback-driven. The best systems evolve over time. If something isn't working, monitor it, tweak it, and if people aren't using it, ask why. A system is only as good as its adoption rate. But even with great systems, most business owners still get stuck. Why? Because they try to do everything themselves. If you have to micromanage your system, it's not a system, it's just a suggestion. The truth is, you need a system for building systems. Otherwise, you're always going to be in reactive mode, fixing things on the fly instead of creating a business that runs smoothly. You need a structured framework that helps you map out your systems, connect the dots, document them, update them, and streamline them all in one place. But here's the secret ingredient that determines whether your systems actually work or get completely ignored. Even if you have the best systems in the world, if your team doesn't care about using them, they're worthless. And that comes down to one thing: your business culture. Before you roll your eyes and think this is fluff, listen carefully. Culture is actually the system behind all your systems. Every business already has a system running in the background, and it's called your culture. If your culture doesn't support accountability, efficiency, and ownership, then no amount of systems will fix it. If your team ignores systems, cuts corners, and constantly tries to find workarounds, it's because your culture allows it. But if your culture values efficiency, consistency, and responsibility, your team will naturally follow systems, even without you enforcing them. Culture happens whether you design it or not. If you don't take control, you'll end up with a choose-your-own-adventure workplace, where everyone makes up their own rules. So how do you build a culture system? First, define cultural expectations. Culture needs to be as clear as your business processes. you need to identify and communicate the specific behaviors, attitudes, and values that drive performance. And we're not talking about those copy and paste values that live on your website and never see the light of day. Instead of saying something vague like, "We value integrity," define real, observable behaviors like, "Do the right thing always, even when no one is watching." You need to define behaviors that people can actually see and measure. Second, embed culture into your daily workflows. Systems work when they're reinforced daily, and culture is a system. Start rewarding people who follow processes and demonstrate company values, not just those who get results by cutting corners. Try recognizing these behaviors at the beginning of every meeting. Soon enough, it becomes part of your daily routine and part of your culture system. Third, create accountability mechanisms. Just like any other business system, you need to assign culture champions who own these processes. Allow them to provide regular check-ins and reward alignment with your core values. Once other people take ownership of these processes and behaviors, you can step away without constantly telling people what to do and how to do it. Here's how to make sure your culture system aligns with your business systems. Lead by example. If you don't follow your systems, your team won't either. Your actions set the standard. Reward adherence, not just results. If someone cuts corners to get results, they undermine the system. Reward those who follow the processes. Build habits, not just rules. A culture system isn't about enforcing policies. It's about making behaviors second nature in your team's daily work. Now that you understand how to systemize your business the right way, it's time for the most important step: taking action. Systems don't create freedom unless they're used, refined, and embedded into your business. Here's what we want you to do right now. Identify one key area of your business that needs a better system. Map it out. Commit to making it work. Because when you build the right systems, you're not just creating efficiency. You're creating a business that gives you back your time, your control, and your ability to scale without chaos. That's how you truly step into your role as the CEO of your own business, instead of being trapped as its highest paid employee. We've created a comprehensive guide that shows you exactly how to achieve operational excellence in your business. It walks you through how to find and release the pinch points in your operation. Right now, we're giving this book away completely free. All we need is your email address, and we'll send it straight to your inbox. No strings attached. Just click the link in the description below to get your free copy. But here's the thing. If you're serious about building a business that runs without you, you need more than just information. You need a complete system. That's why we've created our comprehensive business course that shows small to medium-sized business owners exactly how to set up their businesses for success, so they can run their business instead of their business running them. The course covers advanced strategies for building practical know-how across all areas of your business and creating the systems that will accelerate your growth. Click on the next video or the link in the description to discover how our proven system can transform your business and give you the freedom you started your business to achieve in the first place. And if you want more content like this, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming.